Yesterday's game was actually a very fantastic game. Chelsea playing to the best of their abilities. Chelsea were compact defensively. Chelsea were also compact offensively, both in the midfield yesterday, because they were playing against a very strong opponent. Of course, Bayern Leverkusen were the champions of the Bundesliga 2 seasons ago, so you don't expect them to be an easy team to play against. But Chelsea managed to, at the end of the day, defeat them 2-0. So that was a very wonderful performance from Chelsea. Then kudos to Estevão that got his first goal for Chelsea in his first game for Chelsea. That was very, very brilliant. However, I am particularly concerned about a player, a Chelsea player, and that player is Liam Delap. Yesterday, at some point, I was beginning to ask myself, I hope we are not in Jackson's situation once again, in Nicolas Jackson's situation once again, in the sense that this is exactly what we've witnessed from Nicolas Jackson within the last 2 seasons. You know, when Delap came on against PSG, he managed to skip past PSG defender and shot that ball that Donnarumma parried away. Then on the second one, which he was supposed to score, he didn't score it. But nobody actually said anything because Chelsea was already leading 3-0. But if it were in a situation where Chelsea was trailing against PSG and he happens to miss that very chance, that would have been the talk of the town after that very game. Then moving on to this Bayern Leverkusen's game, Liam Delap had about 2 clear-cut chances that he was expected to have converted, and yet he missed it. The reason why I said it seemed that Chelsea are in Nicolas Jackson's situation once again is because this is exactly what we used to have with Nicolas Jackson. Nicolas Jackson is always available. He always makes himself available. In fact, whenever you have the ball, whenever you play the ball forward, you always see Nicolas Jackson right there. But the issue is not being there, being at the right place at the right time. The main problem at Chelsea that made Chelsea to go into the market to sign Liam Delap and of course Joao Pedro is because those chances were not converted, and Chelsea needed to convert chances in order to win games. And yesterday, Liam Delap had 2 clear-cut chances but failed to convert them. In fact, a lot of people are even saying through the comments that I've read that it's better we don't sell Jackson, because he appears that Jackson is even better than Liam Delap. Liam Delap is a fantastic player. He's still young, still maturing, though Jackson is still young as well. But he needs to realize that the reason why he's at Chelsea is because Nicolas Jackson wasn't converting chances. Nicolas Jackson was not a bad player. He's not a bad player. In fact, in all round, he contributes to the team. He provides assists. He helps to keep defenders on check whenever Chelsea is playing. But the problem was burying the ball, putting the ball at the back of the net. That was just Jackson's problem. So we cannot replace Jackson with another Jackson. So for this reason, Liam Delap needs to step up his game, because if he doesn't do so, I think after 1 season, then it's either he leaves Chelsea on loan or he will be outrightly sold. Chelsea do not have that kind of patience. We need our strikers to start scoring goals. That is why they were signed. That is why they brought them here. Joao Pedro has already proven he can score goals at any time and against any opponent. And that is exactly what we expect from Liam Delap. So he needs to urgently improve. Overall, kudos to Chelsea. It was a fantastic win yesterday. What a way to start our preseason. Our next game is against AC Milan, all at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea scheduled all their preseason friendlies at Stamford Bridge because of their participation in the Club World Cup. So they needed to stay close to home, in order to take on the preseason games. And after that comes the first game of the season, which is against the last FA Cup winners, Crystal Palace. So kudos to Chelsea yesterday. They did wonderfully well, and we want them to continue, because in this coming season, Chelsea are going to be title contenders. We are not going there to be passengers to, or to be bodyguards to the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City, and of course Arsenal. We are going there to compete for the title.